Hi, it's Jenny from Success Empowerment. Thank you for joining us today. This week we are talking about leadership style and how to assess if your leadership style is as good as you think it is. So let's start with an example. A long time ago, I had changed companies because my boss was terrible. I really didn't like working with this person. I really didn't have a lot of respect for their approach and their style. And so it was best for me to move on and find something else. I started a new job with a new team, and I was really focused and intent on being a better manager than I had experienced with my manager at the previous company. So I was really focused on what I didn't want to do and how I didn't want to show up. So at one point, a few months in, I was struggling with one of my team members who really, I could tell, really did not take to me very well, did not really get it. And so I was curious about why we were having such a disconnect. I really thought that I was doing a good job with this employee to align objectives and hold people accountable and make sure that everybody had enough room and space to do their own thing but could still deliver what we needed. So we sat down, and luckily, much gratitude, the employee said, I really just don't think you're a very good manager. You don't check in with me every day. You don't email me every day. You don't call me and ask me what I'm doing. I don't have to show you my work. And I said, why would you want me to do that? That's being a micromanager, and who wants to be micromanaged? And the employee was really honest. And they said, that's what I need. I need to know if I'm on track day to day to day, so that there's no big surprise at the end, so that there's no big catastrophe. And in understanding that I thought I was doing a good job by not being a micromanager, what I wasn't considering is what that employee needed from their manager. And so luckily, we were able to work through that challenge and that difference of opinion on what a good management style or good leadership style is, because we were able to have the conversation, and I was able to adjust my approach to make sure the employee had what they needed. And the employee was able to understand that my perspective wasn't disengagement or not caring or not trying to set them up for success, but just that I come from a different place and a different style. So fast forward that lesson that stuck with me throughout my entire career, and what you'll notice is that when you start to build teams and you start to communicate with new people that you're going to work with, that will become a really prevailing part of the conversation. That's a fundamental part of the conversation. So then once you really understand your style and what you're good at, you can also explain that to other people. And as you go through and you maybe interview new people, or you're assessing different candidates for joining a project or a team, you can be transparent with what you're really good at, and you can ask other people what they need. In job interviews with people that I'm considering for my teams, I'm always very transparent and say, I'm not a good micromanager. I'm not a good task manager day to day. If that's what you need, then this may or may not be the best fit for you and for me, because it's not, my natural state of leadership. And so it's really good to remember that just because you might think your leadership style is great, we also have to consider if it's great for the people that are working with us and for us. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you again soon.